Yep, we're live. Yeah, the only thing I found was an old
Hi, man.
tool that you use for driving railroad spikes or cracking crevices in rock. So probably laid there for about 100 years.
I always need to pick up something 100 years old.
Hey, Bud Files. Leanne.
Hi, Bud. Hello, Lee. So, have you gotten out at all, Mark?
No.
No.
It's been months since I detected.
Are you still shitty weather or just too busy?
Yeah, just too busy. No time. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello coming out.
Here's the weather today and tomorrow. Supposed to do the same thing with more tornado warnings. So they go nowhere.
I guess I decided since I had so much free time on my hand, I'm now becoming a car salesman too.
Oh, Marty. What's up, Tom?
Hi, Marty. Hi, Tom.
Hello, Marty. Glutton for punishment, but I got about 30 cars I can sell. Not mine. I'm just a broker, middleman, or whatever you want to call it. But it's like right now in my driveway, I got a 2010 Infiniti G37. I'm actually paying my kid to clean it up.
Just started the show. We got nothing to talk about. Great. See how the rest is going to go.
I'm sure we can come up with something.
Yeah.
Cynthia.
Everybody, what's the weather like in your area? Let us know.
Oh, there we go.
Mark's got storms and tornado warnings. I got storms and tornado warnings. And, well, Jackson's in Southern California. It's just hot during the day, cold at night. So
It's still 72 right now.
Well, that's nice. 72
It is
bad
nice.
at all.
And there's no wind, which is rare for the desert. Hello, Brian.
Yeah.
Brian.
No, our weather's actually been nice, but I think the wind comes back for Thursday and chance of rain for Friday with wind.
Tornadoes in Cynthia's area too. Yep.
Yep. Marty got
pretty
5
much
inches
the
of snow.
Midwest to East Coast.
Here's one you guys won't believe. Saturday, I'm sure I said it on the live. Saturday, I was at an elevation of about 3,000 feet. It was snowing in Southern California.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
So it was raining like a dog out. It was raining like a dog, but I was sitting in the Toyota dealership helping some people get a car, and it started snowing. That's rare. Well, Jesus, Tom. Did the itsy bitsy spider head up the spout again?
Rain, snow, wind.
Oh, Danny boy.
Butaro, hello, welcome.
Hey, Butaro, I didn't see you.
Well, you're talking like your dirt devil and stuff. One time I was coming through Oklahoma, wasn't a dirt devil, but I was driving a Chevy Caprice that had all kinds of problems. And I'm on the interstate. I look behind me and I see this frickin' storm coming, and it looked like a bad one. So I jetted for an overpass, got under it. 2-inch hailstorm. I'm glad I got it under the overpass on that one, man. I saw the cars coming by that didn't make it. Holy crap.
About 5 years ago, we had a hailstorm down here, and I couldn't figure out why everyone was getting their roofs redone. And finally, one of my customers, he comes, well, I got to go home. I got to get my roof done. And I said, where the hell is everybody getting their roofs done? Where did everybody come up with roof money? Because I needed a roof, and I know they're expensive. He says, what, you don't know? No, I don't know nothing. He says, hail damages the felt paper underneath the shingles. So, okay, he says your insurance will cover your roof.
Oh, wow.
Yep. You know what? When I was back there in Oklahoma, I'd worked at a trailer park for a while. And when I first pulled in, all these people had like just sheets of plywood leaning up against the side of the trailer. Well, when they knew a hailstorm was coming through, those sheets of plywood went up on the roof.
Yeah.
So, and that was part of my job too for the older folks. Throw that crap up on the roof for them.
Yeah. We don't know what all that inclement weather does to us. We have no clue down here.
Like I said, it's real interesting living in an area where you can have all 4 seasons in one day, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or like Cynthia said, and a lot of people who say, you don't like the weather in the South? Don't worry, just wait 15 minutes. It's going to change. You know? And that's so true.
It is.
And never believe the weatherman in the Southeast. They're always wrong.
I don't believe the I don't believe the weatherman up here in the Northeast. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like where Zach lives, you could say, it's going to be warm today. And probably 90% of the time have it right.
Our problem's wind. My whole little area is in a little tiny bowl. So it's like it's either miserable or windy. So our days without wind are few and far between.
Yeah. I used to see that in Reno. I'd go over and move stuff for a guy that had a business up there.
How you doing?
And they're building a housing track out behind his house, a new housing track. And if they forgot to re-cinch down, they bring in pallets of plywood. And if they forgot to rebundle that afterwards, at night, the wind would come through and it was like decks of cards scattered all over the sheets of plywood.
I had one business I used to work for. He was sitting in the restaurant across the street. It was a bun boy. He was sitting in the restaurant across the street, and there was a windstorm or whatever, and he was having his building built, a 40 by 80 metal building built, and they sat in the bun boy across the street and watched it blow down.
Oh man!
They couldn't do anything about it, and it was a paid construction build, but they were just sitting in the bun boy having breakfast, watch the building blow down.
When I lived in Northern California, I lived out on a little ranch about 8 miles out of town I was raised in. And it was up on the hillside. And this was like at the very edge of the Sacramento Valley. So, and the property I had was on a hillside, and it would get crosswinds. And I had a circular driveway. One day I come home, and the small house I had a aluminum carport that was 3 cars long. Well, one day I pull up and the carport's gone. And I mean, this thing was on aluminum and it was bolted to the ground. Well, it was laying upside down in the neighbor's yard, and there was an 8-foot cyclone fence that was like 50 feet away from where this sat. So you're talking, this was a carport that was 45 feet long, 8 feet wide, and it stripped the whole thing up and flipped it over. So we measured the winds up there, and they'd get up to 95 to 100 miles an hour when we got crosswinds coming up both sections of the driveway.
Nice.
So when I built a new garage and I had to have it inspected, this inspector comes out, and I poured 3-foot concrete footings, and I used 6x6 posts and bolted them in. It was a little bit overkill. I go, really? I go, there's the old carport laying over there. Anyway, that's all he said.
We have trouble with trampolines around here. The big backyard trampolines.
Oh, I bet.
People set them up, and those things just go flying all the time over here. There's there's certain roads in town where if it's a windy day, you're just about guaranteed to see a trampoline. And my brother had gotten his kids a trampoline for Christmas, and I reminded him of that. He says, "Oh yeah, I forgot." He said, "You got to weight it down. Make sure you weight it down." So him and his neighbor were building the trampoline on Christmas. He was building one for his kid. His neighbor was building one for their kids or whatever. And my brother took the extra time. My brother's handicapped, so he can't do anything fast. My brother took the extra time and put railroad ties on the bottoms and a couple of bags of sand, and he was putting it up all as good as he could. His kids didn't get to play on the trampoline that day. The neighbor just threw it up the way the directions said, and his kids got to jump for an hour or so. Well, they had a windstorm that night. He says next morning I go in the backyard. The neighbor's trampoline is flipped over and torn in half over on a fence somewhere. He says mine's just sitting there.
And his kids got to play on it while your neighbor's kids got to just watch.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm back in just a second.
Yeah, here they just learned that they stake them down with really long stakes into the ground. Because same problem.
Yeah.
Not as big a wind as they get. I mean, we can get 45, 50-mile-an-hour winds here, and it still flips them over and takes them down the street. Hi, Tim and Kathy. Hi, Cindy. Hi,
Tim, Kathy. Back breaking. Hello.
Cynthia, my love. William E. Welcome. Oh, wait, before I forget, folks, next week we'll be doing a members only race for a silver round. Backbreaking metal checking. Hello. So there'll be members only for a silver round, and somebody gets to take home a silver round next week. It's a member. So remember that, folks. If you're not a member, you become one this week or next week, you can win a silver round.
Yeah, so make sure you're a member and be here.
Yeah. That's if the weather's permitting and I don't lose power, which luckily I haven't today. Yeah. Crappy weather. Got enough rain in 3 minutes. It was 4 inches in the front yard.
That's remarkable.
It was coming down so fast, so hard, the gutters couldn't handle it. The downspouts were spewing out full like a fire hydrant, and it was still backing up over out of the end of them.
Oh, well, Penn, I'm doing pretty good. Antibiotics are a wonderful thing.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Right up there with Vicodin and Percocets.
Yeah. Think about 150 years ago when they didn't have the medications. They had the patent medicine from the guys that rode around in wagons, the snake oil dealers.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Even though I do miss the days of patented cough syrup, because when I was a kid, you could still buy it in the store, and that had cocaine in it.
Oh, yeah.
A friend of mine, his grandpa always had a bottle in his back pocket.
For what, Dan? What were you? I didn't catch you. What were you on antibiotics for?
I knew it was, but I forgot what for.
See, we warned you about having too many wieners in your mouth. You're going to catch something. Backbreaking, Dilaudid. I might as well just chew on Tylenol. The Dilaudid does nothing for me.
Yeah, hydrocodone number 10s are about doing anything for me.
Yeah.
Can't get Demerol anymore, and they wouldn't let you take it home anyways. People ask, "Oh, that really kills pain." I said, "Oh no, you still feel pain. You just don't care. So it doesn't save it for
Right. You just don't give a crap."
Yeah, they couldn't understand. I go, a lot of stuff that numbs the pain, you still have it later on. Demerol, it's just kind of like, it doesn't do that to you when you come back. The pain's there, but it wouldn't be as bad as if you had something that numbed it and took it away and came back. Yep. But they don't even use that anymore, from what I understand. Damn, why? That was good stuff.
That's why.
Yeah. I remember the first time they gave it to me, I looked at the nurse and said, "Can I have some of that to take home?" She goes, "No." I went, "That figures." Yes. People look at you funny. Does it? Oh yeah, like hell.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Hey, Ken.
Particle Ken, how you doing? Get me some more coffee.
Yeah, Marty. My doctor has me on for my back. Tylenol number 3. Yeah. Yeah, Boutura. We had cheese ravioli for dinner.
You know what's funny, Mark? Okay.
What's that?
You got hydrocodone, which is a synthetic. It's a
Yeah.
synthetic version of codeine. I cannot take codeine. Is the only drug I've ever found I can't take. It makes me
Really?
so nauseous. I can't.
Wow.
If I take one little codeine, I will be on my back for 2 days because I don't want to move because all I want to do is throw up.
Damn.
Yeah, don't know what it is with the codeine. Just cannot use it. Oh, I hate you, Marty. Venison stew for dinner.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Bill beat me to it. I hate you too right now. See, Oso popped up. He heard you go, venison? And he looked up, you know.
Hamburgers are good. The barbecue sauce is good, but venison burgers or steak or sausage,
Anything
or stew.
venison. Oh, man.
I think venison or elk. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Dan,
here comes the
Katie
storm.
Patriot.
We're getting the storm now, Bill.
Are you?
Yep.
Oh, hopefully it won't knock out your power. Oh, hey, easy, buddy.
Now, Leanne's with you. She loves elk.
Oh, God, elk steaks are the best.
Hey, Gene.
Buffalo burgers are good. Great. Hygiene Digs history. Yeah. Before I came out here, the place I lived for like 14 years, my landlord, because I didn't hunt anymore, but he went to Idaho and Montana every year to hunt venison, deer, and elk. And because the way the place was set up, I would do the landscaping for him. So he would give me I miss that. And it was all for me because the wife didn't like anything that, well, it always tastes gamey to me. I said, okay, thank you. That leaves it all for me.
I think my internet's starting to cut in and out. I only heard like every other word you said, Bill.
Uh-oh. Make sure it's
Jim,
not
I
mine.
hear you.
Can everybody hear me okay? Is mine cutting out on anybody?
I hear you, Jim. I wouldn't mind beaver every night.
Little choppy. Okay. Could be the weather here too. Yay.
Okay.
Oh, hope we don't lose you people, but it could happen. So,
yep.
Due to the stinking weather. Hey, buddy, come on.
Leanne, this is a family show, so we won't elaborate.
Yeah.
We'll leave that up to you guys to figure out.
Yeah, Marty's got some butchered beaver down in the freezer.
Yeah, right, Jim.
Old Pilone, welcome.
Oh, Pilone, how
Hi.
are you?
Roasted stuffed raccoon. Good too.
Never had coon. I'll try it, but I never had it.
The only thing I would never eat is possum. It's like, nah, that's just a big rat. I'm not going to eat that.
Yeah.
Used to have this guy I worked with. We worked in this big shop, but he was from a little town 20 miles away. Never hillbillies up there. Great people, actually. But he would, if the road, this old mountain road that he had to come into work on, well, if he saw a roadkill, he would pick it up, take it home, process it out, and had it. Well, twice he got food poisoning from doing that because it was a little too old when he got to it. And now then he quit doing it. The last time we didn't think he was going to make it.
Oh, he got that sick.
He did. He was in the hospital for like 2 weeks.
Hey, Zach.
Hello, Rally River. Hello, Mark.
And the best thing that ever happened to me, I was coming up from one town to home, the old windy back road. I had this old Chevy pickup. And the guy that was with me, we look over and there's a dead deer on the other side of the road. It was bloated. He goes, stop. I go, what do you do? He goes, I want to go look at that deer. I go, we're not taking that. He goes, oh, no. He goes, I know that. It's no good. But he pulls out he had a Bowie knife on his belt, pulls it out and stabs it in the gut so it sprays all over him.
Ah.
I roll up the window, lock the door, and go, you're riding in the back, pal. That
wasn't very bright.
Huh?
That wasn't very bright.
No, it wasn't at all. He was an idiot.
Okay, I was going to say, what possessed him to do that? Yeah, but you just said he's an idiot.
I have no idea. Hi, Joe.
Oh, no, you got to understand, he was probably one of those useful idiots where if you wanted something absolutely stupid done, it's like, hey, go get Bob. Bob, we don't think you can jump from that moving car to that moving car. Yeah, I can. Hold my beer.
Hey, we got him to pee on the same electric fence twice.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and he was one of those idiots, you go to get something off an old wreck somewhere that was pretty sketchy position and somebody could get hurt. Hey, Roy, come here. Here's the tools. Go get that rim off that truck.
Yeah. We've all had them.
Oh yeah.
Had those little jet engine looking heaters you can get for the garage that run off of propane or kerosene or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. The space heaters. Yeah.
Yeah, we had this one genius we were hanging out with drinking beer, and he swore on everything that was not the orange grid inside of the heater, the little window screen looking grid that's inside of them. He swore on everything that glowing orange grid was not hot. And me and my friend at the time were like, you're an idiot. It's hot. Obviously it's hot. Look at how much heat is coming out of it. And he adamantly denied it. And before we could say or do anything, possibly due to slowed reaction times from drinking, he reached in and touched it.
Oh.
He knows they're hot now.
Yep.
What do you guys call him now, Stubby?
No, he ate that one like a man. I will give him that, because that tore up Billy's finger. We're like, Billy, let's see your finger. We got to do something. And there wasn't nothing we could do. He was just burnt bad.
Ugh.
I used to rent this big old Victorian, and I was upstairs with one of my roommates. I was talking with her, and one of the other roommates had come home. Suddenly we could smell smoke. Well, it was raining, and this place had oil heaters. The old drip oil heaters.
Yeah.
Well, he comes in, his clothes are wet. He wants to dry them off. We had like 2 drying racks out in the back porch you could bring in. No, he takes his wet clothes and throws them over the oil heater. and then walks off to go do something in the kitchen and forget about it. So we run in there, hits this Levi jacket on fire, burning holes in the hardwood floor and stuff.
Oh man, Maria.
Hi, Maria. I said, "You idiot! What possessed you to put what they were what?" I go, "That's what the racks on the back porch are for, so you can hang it up in front of it, not on it."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've all had those friends.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing how stupid some people can get.
No, that's not what's amazing to me. I take that as it's not even a challenge anymore as to how stupid people can be. It's just an amazement every time. What's amazing is that they live as long as they do.
Yeah.
I saw that same guy, the same Billy that reached in and poked that grid heater. I saw him one day. He was working as a military police officer, and he sees me and he pulls up, and I'm like, "Who in the hell was dumb enough to give you a gun?" He says, "I don't know, but it's in the trunk." he was off work and he was doing contract work as a military police officer. I do not know how he ever passed any of the requirements to be a firearm carrying individual, but he was.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's a pretty high category when you take the SAT test. You got to do really well to get that position. So,
Damn.
Well, no, he wasn't in the military. He was doing our Marine base contracted that out, so he was a private contractor working as an MP.
Okay.
Oh, Gene, thank you. When are you coming back up?
So how long are the tornadoes supposed to be bothering you guys?
Mine till 6 or 7 o'clock tomorrow, as the warning goes. So, but so far none have appeared, so we're lucky. Just a lot of rain and wind. How about you, Mark?
My internet glitched. I didn't hear a word you said.
Okay, Mark. How long is the tornado warning in your area?
Till 2 a.m.
Till 2 a.m. Okay. Hi, Ray. Yeah, so
Hey,
people,
Ray.
if you Mark or me, you'll know why. It's because we got high winds and storms. So.
Yep.
How far apart are you guys in miles?
Well, I'm in Pittsburgh.
About 600 or 700 miles.
Yep.
That ain't too bad. Hey, I found a cheap place for you to live in California, Bill.
What, somebody run out one of them caves drilled into the rock mountain down there?
No, it's worse. It's a little place called Baker.
Oh, God, no.
There's nothing there.
I know that. Baker or Bakersfield, either one. No, thank you.
At least Bakersfield, there's something there.
Yeah, a bunch of Okies. Or used to be.
Now it's a bunch of Pisces and Okies.
You mentioned Bakersfield in Oklahoma, and they all turned west, and and they all said Bakersfield. I worked with a guy, flat out Okie, couldn't read or write. What part of Oklahoma? He goes, "Oh no, I was born in Bakersfield." I went, well, that's kind of part of Oklahoma, actually, even though it's in California. So close enough.
It's bad, Gene. Still in you. How you doing?
Stilma, welcome. But yeah, I'd
I
walk
don't know
out
if
this guy be
stopped by Kelly's stream, but it was her birthday today.
Grandma Kelly's. Oh damn.
Yeah,
Oops.
she's had a couple of streams today.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
bad
haven't
up here,
watched
Gene.
her stuff. How's her house coming along? Do you know?
I have no clue. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I
I
haven't
know.
heard anything about that. Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
Ray, I know. Go ahead, Zach.
The desert gets surprisingly cold, especially once you get used to the heat.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not as humid there, and that makes a big difference.
No, there is no humid
The two
here.
things, huh?
There is no humid here.
Yeah, I know. So
Okay, Gene.
the main things is the cold with humidity or the change in the weather is what really screws you when you got arthritis, because the barometric pressure bouncing up and down really affects it. So
Yeah, my hands have been hurting for the past couple of days because of that.
yeah, I mean, I've been where it's been cold, but it stayed cold, didn't bother me. But it starts changing, and then you really start hurting.
Mark, do you do a lot of repetitive motions with your hands that wears them out, kind of like carpal tunnel?
Yeah, with my job, I figure I'm always like doing blood pressures, putting dressings on, or I'm working on the computer. So yeah.
Oh, I forgot about your job. I was figuring more like your sock hobby. But
No,
yeah.
I knew that's where you were going, but I was going somewhere else, Zach. I knew that's what you were thinking.
I knew you got it. You can tell. You can tell by the way you answered. That's fine.
Yeah.
Later, Tim.
What?
Yeah, I don't have the arthritis yet. I'm sure I will though.
Yeah, you won't like it, believe me. There's nothing nice or fun about arthritis at all.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I might have been hearing it off one of you guys' shows. They were talking about mustard helps arthritis a lot.
No, I didn't hear about that.
It depends on the person. You know, you talk to people, they've tried things they've tried works for them, doesn't work for other people. So it's a crapshoot. Because I tried every over-the-counter stuff, this did wonders for me, that did wonders for me, and none of it worked for me. But
Have you ever done anything
one
with
of my
mustard?
favorite foods I tried the mustard, didn't work. I tried vinegar, over-the-counter, I forget what it's called, but anyways, they have stuff that's supposed to help build up all the arthritis, dries out the bone, fills it with pockmarks, so it re-lubricates. Well, none of that worked. But
Yeah, well,
foods, what I cut out, and my arthritis is like not near as bad as tomatoes. There's a couple things in tomatoes, raw tomatoes, that can really affect arthritis. Now, if it's processed, depending on how they process it, I can eat it.
Hey,
Yeah,
for
Maria,
$500,000 in my town, you could get a really nice house. I mean, really nice. It'd be a million and a half plus in any other city, but I live in a relatively small town in the desert. I'm north of LA, south of San Francisco.
Well, I was just looking at a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house back in my hometown, which is only 70 miles north of Sac, but $350,000.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need any work. So that's not bad. Yeah. So Maria, the only way I text now is with a stylus, because that really helps when you got arthritis. It makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Huge difference. Because you're not doing that with the thumbs.
Hey, Rob.
Robster's here. Oh, Maria uses a stylus too.
Hmm. All right,
Rob will
well,
come up
Pino,
and
you have a
tell
good
us.
night.
Night, well, Pino. See how he did at trivia. Oh, I gotta get more coffee.
Hey, Bill, I'm going to back out because I'm only catching like half of the stream. Yeah.
Hey, Mark, thank you for coming up, brother.
Yeah. That and Rob showed up, so I got to go now.
You always make me feel so welcome, Mark.
No, it's just
Yeah,
it's storming up here. It's storming up here pretty good, Rob. So like it's messing with my internet, and I'm only catching like half of the stream.
We're supposed to get that tomorrow around 2 p.m.
Nope. Tie everything down.
Flag down. It's supposed to be 25-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow. So yeah, she's already taken the flag down.
All righty. Good night, guys. I'll see y'all later.
Good night, Mark. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, Rob, I got the same problem here. We got tornado warnings, thunderstorms, so could lose me. People said I sound kind of sketchy at their end, wherever they're at. So,
Yeah, and I'm gonna once Denise is leaving early for work in the morning, so I'll back the car up underneath the carport. I've got 2,500 of halves and 500 and quarters to get back tomorrow, so I'm going to be trying to hit 13 banks tomorrow.
oh damn.
So hopefully I won't be out doing that in the rain.
That's like I was going to go out this morning because it was only supposed to be a slight chance of rain, and that changed from a slight chance to tornado warnings, thunderstorms. In 3 minutes, we got 4 inches of water in the front yard. So,
Well, Bill, I just put my coffee on. Hey, Don.
how you doing?
I put my coffee on. If my cup of coffee doesn't warm me up, Bill, you're going to see me get that. You're going to see me get that blankie on because Denise just put the air on and I'm freezing.
Oh, what is it, like 62?
I'm going to try to, Cynthia.
Let's see. Computer, what's the weather out?
The current weather is 66 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Tonight's forecast has cloudy skies moving in and out, with the low of 44 degrees.
Oh. Nothing. Oh, maybe the tornado warning's over with now. Yay. Because earlier it said it was supposed to go into tomorrow till about 6.
Hey, Ski Searcher's here. Good evening, Ski Searcher. I don't feel good tonight, Greg. Thanks for.
Not feeling good, Rob? Hi, Ski Searcher.
My hips freaking killing me.
Oh.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
well,
Bill,
weather
to answer
change.
your question earlier, we would have finished first, but we missed out on the points on betting. We only bet 2 points, and I should have because it was a Disney question, and I was 99% sure I had it right, but we were in second place, so we just bet 2 points to go to first if we got it right. The first place team missed it. The first place team,
But they did.
they didn't bet, so they stayed put at 129, We got the 2 points closed in at 120. Well, though I take that back. They missed it. We were in second. We got it, moved up 2 points. Another team behind us doubled their points. If we'd have doubled our points, we'd have finished first. But we wound up finishing second tonight. So I will give you guys the question tonight. All right, you can't look it up on the internet. You just got to. But there's the question. Oh, I got to give you the 4 movies. Hello.
Yeah, that would help. Hi, Menardo. That would help. Remember, these are Disney movies, people.
No, animated.
Oh, I thought you said Disney anyway, so earlier.
It turns out they are all actually Disney movies. Okay. We play trivia. It's a sports ball called Whiskey Wings, William. Good evening, Gene Diggs. So you got the four animated movies were WALL-E, Beauty and the Beast, Up, and Toy Story 3. So which of those 4, if any or all of them, were nominated for Best Picture?
Up, Beauty and the Beast, WALL-E were, and Toy Story 3 wasn't, if I remember right.
Okay, Brian says WALL-E. Don says Toy Story 3. Greg says all of them. What do you think, Bill?
Like I said, I think all were except for Toy Story 3. I don't think that one made the cut, but I could be wrong. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3. One of them I know did.
Bill's is yes, 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 no. Greg says all. Marty says all. Danny Boy says Up. And Maria says Beauty and the Beast.
Are any of us even close?
You were close. Nobody else was.
Oh.
It's no, yes, yes, yes. WALL-E was not nominated. Now, what's interesting is there was never a separate category for animated until about 8-10 years ago. Beauty and the Beast won it as an animated film, won it for Best Picture along regular, drama movies. Was one of the first and only animated films ever nominated for Best Picture. And then about 10 years after that, they came out with an animated category, and Toy Story 3 and Up were both nominated in the animated category. So it was no, yes, 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 and that's what we put, and we were right, and we got second place tonight. So third place last week, second place tonight.
Well, next week you'll get first.
That'd be awesome. Adventure for Relish. Good evening this evening.
Hi, Adventures for Relics. Frank, Luteray, hello.
Heavy Metal didn't make the cut. No, I don't think Heavy Metal made the cut, Marty, nor did the sequel. Good evening, Miss Mary. So, Bill, I am on a 4-box cold streak of $50.
Oh, that sucks.
So, it's weird seeing Zaxxon still in daylight out there. It's weird seeing daylight out there, Zach.
Do what?
It's weird seeing daylight through your front door there.
Yeah, there's plenty of daylight to see. Well, Rob, were you right this week or were you wrong?
you're right, buddy. Finished second.
Not bad.
That was Disney film, so we were kind of up our alley. Some we got out of 10 rounds tonight, Bill. We got 6 rounds where we scored perfect 15s. We were kicking ass tonight.
Second place is gift cards for you guys, right?
$20 gift card or $15 gift card. First is
Nice.
20, second is 15, and third is 10. So yeah, we got a $15 gift card tonight.
Nice.
That'll pay for one of the 2 dinners next week.
Very nice. Well, Miss Mary's in the
Oh,
in
come
the
on,
chat.
Mary.
Hello.
You love
Hello.
Zach.
How are you doing tonight?
Okay, I'm going to give you guys another good, cool trivia question. What president was not sworn in on a Bible, but a Catholic missal, which is like a psalm booklet? JFK or Lyndon B. Johnson?
Kennedy. I say Kennedy.
Yep. What do you say, Bill?
Look how many kids he has. You know he was Catholic.
Yeah. Well, Kennedy was our first Catholic president. Matter of fact, I think he's still our only Catholic president. I don't know. I don't know if Biden's Catholic. He might be Lutheran. But
Even Mary says Kennedy, and she was in her 70s back then, so she was paying attention to what was going on the world
yeah,
scene.
she was there. So
She was there.
good evening, Adventure for Relics.
Hello, KCMD.
There's Dennis saying, "Hey, kids and campers." There's Luterate Frank.
Maria says Biden's Catholic.
I thought he might be.
Well, so what's the answer?
It's
Yeah, well,
Lyndon James Johnson.
Was
There
Johnson?
was
yeah, that's what I thought.
Kennedy's family was like say was Catholic, but very strict, and he was sworn in on a Bible, but there was a Catholic missal, what they call a Catholic missal, which is like a book with Catholic psalms and phrases and stuff. Somebody had it on Air Force One, and when LBJ got sworn in on the plane, they didn't have a Bible. They found a federal judge, but they swore him in on the Catholic missalette. And then when he got back somewhere to where they had a Bible, he had another judge swear him in on the Bible.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of a cool little. Yeah, not the Bible, the almighty dollar. Sheldon, probably not. I have not checked my email in the last few days, Sheldon, so I will check that.
Hi, Sheldon. Hi, Dennis, KCMD. How you doing?
Adventure for Relics. Hello. How many races did you guys get running your Sunday stream, Rob? I didn't get to catch much of that.
We ran 17 races Sunday.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was great.
Yep, 17 races Sunday. I think Charlie ran 14 or 15 Saturday night. So we did something like 30 or 32 duck races. I'm going to grab coffee since I'm up.
Okay, Rob. I haven't, Maria. All mine's been pretty much junk. No, Kennedy was president in 63. His brother ran in 68, but was assassinated too.
KCMD.
And everybody just remember next week will be be doing a members only duck race for a 1 ounce silver round.
Johnson could have run again in 68, but he chose not to because he'd only been elected one term. He finished out Kennedy's term as a non-elected, so he could have actually run for a third term in 68.
Yeah.
With the Vietnam War being so unpopular, he figured he'd probably lose, so he didn't win. He didn't run. So Bill, Denise, without telling me, went out and got the new mouse and the new mouse pad.
No coffee, no worky. That's a good one.
Yeah, look at this really fancy mouse pad. It's got the roll wheel, and then I can go back and forth. This will go back and forth on whatever page I'm on. It'll go to the previous page or the next page on my.
Nice, Rob.
It's almost too advanced for me, Bill.
Actually, Rob, I'm predicting in the relatively near future on a live, we'll get to see you and the mouse get into an argument, and everything's just going to go. No, full blown meltdown.
It may get replaced. With just the more basic mouse that I'm used to using.
You're a basic guy.
I am a basic guy. Denise bought her dad a flip phone, like one of those modern flip phones. I think it's the Jitterbug. It's the one with got the bigger numbers because he's an older guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to work a modern phone, so she got him a flip phone. So when it rings, he just flips it open and he can talk. So of course he screwed it up and it wouldn't. The ring was really low. It wouldn't do anything. We couldn't get it to do anything. We tried all the settings. Nothing would work. So what do you do when something electronic doesn't work? You just turn it off and turn it back on. And that did the deal. The ringer came back. The mouse might win. Yeah, you never know, Greg. Oh, Gene Diggs, I could drink this cup of coffee and I could drink the whole pot and fall asleep in this chair. Yep, me too, Gene. It is a fancy game mouse, Mystic.
Mary says, I bet the cats will take off with the mouse.
They're in bed
They
with
might.
Denise. That's right, Gene. When in doubt, reboot. Absolutely.
Well, you guys have heard about the three engineers in the car, right?
What's that, Zach?
You guys have heard the joke about the three engineers getting into a car that won't start, right?
No.
All right, three engineers get into a car that won't start. You got an electrical engineer, a mechanical engineer, and a computer engineer. They get in the car. It won't start. The electrical engineer says, "No, it's something electrical. It's got to be something electrical. Here's why. It's something electrical. There's something wrong." Mechanical engineer chimes in. He says, "No, it's mechanical. It's a starter. It's got to be the starter. You can tell it's the starter because this is it. This is this and this and that." The computer engineer says, "Why don't we all try getting out and getting back in?"
So Zach,
Good night, Johnny. Thanks for stopping by.
I think he's Japanese. There's a guy that's got a car channel, shorts channel on Follow Him, and he does a short on clearing the check engine light by disconnecting your battery, and when you put the battery negative cable back on, it clears the check engine light. Does that work?
On 2010 and older, if it's not a Chrysler, that will usually turn your check engine light off. But whenever you disconnect the battery power and clear the check engine light, you reset what's called readiness monitors in the computer, which are an issue out here because we have to deal with smog. Every time you reset those have to be remet, otherwise it won't pass smog. Basically, that's the system testing itself and deciding there's no problems in passing. On 2010 and newer, it's like a 50-50 chance on whether or not it'll turn off the check engine light, but all the cars will store what's called a permanent code, 2010 and newer, for any emissions-related failure. The only way to get that one to clear is for the vehicle to test itself and pass twice for it to clear, or for our smog program out here, if you have 15 cold starts and 200 miles on it, then the smart computer's allowed to bypass that. But you have to meet those criteria, and that's all done digitally through the computers to agree on that. But yes, on most cars, disconnecting the battery, go in and try and start it, turn the headlights on or whatever, and then reconnect the battery will usually turn off a check engine light. You're not repairing anything. And it's not always advised to turn on a check engine light, turn off a check engine light, because it's like, if your car has lean codes, if you've got the improper air fuel ratio, you have lean codes. Once your computer acknowledges that you have lean codes and it turns on a check engine light for lean codes, it's compensating for those lean codes now. That's why the light is on, because it's having to overcompensate to correct the fuel ratio. If you reset the check engine light or the computer, if you reset that, then the car has to relearn that it's lean. So you're doing the most damage when that light's off, because the car's trying to understand that it has a problem.
Yep.
Johnny Small Pepper, have a good night, buddy.
It's what I do, AU. Those are things I understand.
Stupid car. Yep, quoting Zaxxon. Stupid car.
Hello, Scott. Gene, you just
Scott McClory, I hate to tell you this, Scott. Congratulations. Oh, he says you just won over duck race. So Bill, head over there and look at that. God, I hate to tell you this, but you were not there for the grand finale race Sunday afternoon, and you lost out on a nice Garrett Carrot pinpointer, Scott McClory. So the week before,
Rob, I don't have to.
Out on a metal detecting with Randy mug, and yesterday or Sunday he missed out on a pinpointer.
I don't have to go. It was a $2 paid race, Rob, so I don't have to go collect it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I want that $2 just got me a Walker half.
nice.
That $2 got me a Walker half, Rob.
Yeah, Don, Scott McClory lost out on the pinpointer.
Yeah, he says he heard about it from
You
lots
heard
of
about it. Okay.
Oh, don't worry, Scott. Nobody will let you live it down. Hey, buddy,
Yeah.
I know he's there. I know he's there most of the whole day. Yeah, Bill,
I had that happen.
Monday,
Rob?
yesterday. What's that, Bill?
I had that happen once. Remember, I had the pulse dive with the 2 coils. Well, I actually won that on a guy's stream at Christmas. But what had happened was somebody else had won it, and I was set up to do my stream, and I knew this guy, Hunter, the guy that was running the stream. I said, I got to go do mine. Well, the guy that won it didn't want it. He said, rerun the comment picker. Well, my name came up, and Hunter wasn't going to do it again. So he just, hey, call Hunter. You just won the post. I went, no, somebody else did. The guy didn't want it. I went, what? So.
If you folks have
What I love, Zach, is
if you folks have not made a comment in the last few minutes, please make sure you leave a comment.
what I love, Zaxxon, is when you come up with a code that the machine that talks to the DMV doesn't have, but it's in the handheld. First time that happened to him, I'm going, what?
Yeah, we get that. The new one is GM's real bad for coming up with these ridiculous code numbers, and they put letters in them.
Jeez.
But then when you get into the book, when you get into the computers to try and identify the code, the diagnostic paths on them, they're absolutely stupid because they're not in alphabetical order.
Good evening, Georgianne.
God.
Good evening, Alicia, Hot Mess
Hi,
Station, and
Pat.
George
Cookie
Video.
Ray.
Hey, the home
Hi,
I'm
George.
sitting in, the home I'm sitting in is a 4-bedroom, 1,500 to 1,800 square feet. It's debatable because I have an addition, and it goes for about $250,000. It's old though. It was built in
Well,
'56.
Zaxxon, the first time I ran into that, I had a Nissan Frontier, And it showed on the machine I had two things that kept them from passing smog. Well, you can have one and still pass smog.
Okay.
So I can't remember what the easy one was. We took care of it. And the other guy goes, whatever the second one is, it's not showing up in the machine. So he plugged in the handheld. He goes, okay, I've never heard this one. He goes, you got a swirl control valve going out. I went, okay, I know what that is. I know it's for a cylinder, and it took place of when they had carburetors and they put a screen mesh under it to get better fuel mileage. And so we figured it out. $200 for the part. Had to order it from Japan because those never break. Well, one of mine did. Something happened. And then I go, okay, which one? He goes, that's the problem. He goes, it tells you it's a swirl control valve, but he goes, it's not telling you which cylinder it's to. I went,
Wonderful.
well, that's not getting fixed. I'm not going to pay, $200 a pop. I'm not going to buy 6 of them and wait for them to come from Japan.
The pros and cons are never ending.
Yeah. But I that was the first time I ever saw it. I go, what do you mean it's not in the machine? He goes, not in the machine. He goes, it might be in the handheld, and it was. So.
I think everybody here has made a comment.
I believe so. You got 30.
Add Marvin.
Showing 31.
I'm showing 27.
Okay.
Oh, old Pilon got 28.
Yeah, you got a Swifty raid, Rob, so you just keep on typing.
Yep. You got Cass, Marvin Huff, Torchy,
Hi, Miss Cass.
Hello, Tom.
Tom Riley, Butaro.
Is Zed here? Hello, Zed.
We're at 34 now. Hello, Zed. Dennis, KCMD.
Got Dennis.
Mark
He's been-
Kevin. Marvin Huff. Dan, PA Patriot. Greg Iver. Alicia Hot Mess. Hello, darling. Leanne
Yeah,
Crawford.
it's good seeing her in the video on Monday night with the guys.
Well, she said they had a tornado touchdown somewhere by her this morning.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Pat is asking what we're racing for. So am I.
We were giving away free stickers made by Park Rat Pat from Park Rat's Pat channel. Nice donation. Thank you, Pat.
Hi, Jim Steele.
I could put together a sticker pack. I've got a lot of stickers.
Hi, Swifty.
Oh, Adventures with Swifty Man's here.
Oh. Dan, PA, we understand completely. No worries, brother.
Can't make everyone's
That's why I
shows. I
always
can't make
yours.
a tenth of these people's shows. There's just too many. I don't even watch videos very much anymore.
Yeah. Well, it's like some people ask me, they're going, we're doing a live on Wednesday. We're doing something. I said, Wednesday is the day I take off from YouTube. I don't do anything Wednesday on YouTube. One day a week, I stay away from it.
No, you don't have to lie to us.
Actually, our night off is Friday night. Denise and I catch up on our TV shows on Friday night.
I mean, I can see why some people get burnt out on it real quick. If you're on it constantly, it's like after a while, it's like, no, I can't do this now.
Well, during COVID, I got so used to sitting on it, I actually had to make a conscious decision to leave and get off it for a few hours on the weekends.
Yeah, you have to. I think you have to.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when I hear people, I'm so burnt out from YouTube. Well, you need to take some time off all the time, not just like, oh, I've been on it for a year straight every day. I couldn't do that. No.
You know, I'd be honest with you, Bill. I think Charlie and I are the longest running stream in the metal detecting community without missing a week.
Wow.
Marlon
Driver.
took off again Sunday. His was a rerun.
Yeah. No, it wasn't even a rerun. It was kind of for your information. The
Yeah,
one
it's kind of
before,
interesting. The way he did that took a lot of editing.
yeah. But Greg, our driver, says his wife calls him a YouTube hoe. Ronnie, hello.
AU Diver's on a lot. You can usually find AU Diver on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know when that guy has time to jump out of airplanes.
Almost kind of.
Well, he's probably got his phone in front of him on YouTube while he's doing it.
Or
Can't hear it, but he can see what's going on.
Now, let me tell you something. If he live streamed him jumping out of an
Okay.
airplane, I'd flip and watch that.
that'd be like the shortest live stream ever. What's that going to be, like a 4-minute live stream?
Yeah, but it would be so cool.
Yeah, I can see how that's going to end already. Whatever magical amount he makes for his phone to be able to hold it and live stream while he's flying through the airplane is going to go flying away, and we're all going to watch it from YouTube, just watching the phone twirling down towards the ground.
Well, there's plenty of those videos on YouTube of the people dropping their phones while they're either parasailing or diving.
AU Diver says he's going to do that when it gets warm.
What I think is the best video from a plane that I ever saw was a guy took a picture of a hole that blew out on a 747 with his phone just before he got sucked out and died. But he stayed calm enough to take the picture of other people going out through this hole.
Well, do any of you guys
Man,
watch that Mayday Air Disasters TV show?
I've seen that, yes.
All the episodes of that are on YouTube. That one's real interesting. And then surprisingly, I found this channel called UCSB, United Chemical Safety Board or something like that, where they analyze workplace chemical accidents. That one's pretty interesting sometimes.
All right,
next
Bill,
week, everybody.
we will do this for a sticker pack or a silver dime, whatever their choice is.
Okay, Rob, thank you. Next week, people, members only race on my channel for a 1 ounce silver round.
So you're telling us not to come if we're not members?
I'm saying if you want to get in on the 1 ounce silver round next week, you got to be a member. I'll do some other stuff too, but it's members only because
All righty. This is for a sticker pack or a silver dime, guys. Three, two, one.
Cass, the only time I watch TV is when I go to bed. I'm still on YouTube or Netflix, one of the two, but I'm on a non-logged in account and I can't comment or anything. So that's what I use for my TV time. If I'm at my computer, then I'm logged into my account. I will go use my regular TV to run watch hours for people though if I need to.
Zaxxon, I have to say something, Zaxxon. I have to admit something. I'm freaking loving this new computer.
Good.
Even without my Movie Maker program, it's forcing me to learn how to use my the Microsoft new the movie editing program they have with movies with Windows 10, and I'm learning how to do it.
About every 4 years, I replace the one I'm on, and it graduates to the other side of the house to be a kit computer. That one goes away, and I get a new one up here. But I don't buy expensive computers. I buy whatever's on clearance at Best Buy.
Right, directly behind the chair, right where my finger is the old computer. I've got it moved to the dining room table so I could still do some editing and shorts with it. But we've actually got 3 computers set up now.
The woman makes you all the food you want, the best coffee on the planet, the best snacks you could imagine, and you still took over her dining room table with me.
I know. Alrighty, guys, 10 seconds to go. Backbreaking's up there. Joyful Princess, Dennis. Oh, everybody's fading. Here comes here comes Tom Riley. Boom.
Congrats, Tom Riley.
Congrats, Tom.
Is Mr. Tom still here?
Hello,
remember
Tom.
too-
You here?
Within the next month or two, you'll have the great slowdown of summer, which some people will stop streaming more videos, but less people will be streaming as the weather gets better.
Well, I think there'll be less people in the streams, yeah, but there'll be more people out digging.
Yeah.
Come on, Tom, where you at? I don't want to have to give this. I don't want to have to give this to Mary.
Tom Riley posted.
Hi, Miss Cindy Murphy. Hey, Frank.
Tom posted.
There he is. Woohoo! Tom Riley. Way to go, Tom. I got your address, buddy.
I believe you're in there, Butaro. But Tom
Butaro
Riley
is
won it.
in there. Tom, you want silver or sticker pack?
You'll be in there every week, Butaro.
Well, no. Butaro will be?
Yeah.
This is your race, Bill. This isn't
Oh,
the
that's
master.
right. Sorry. Yeah. Bernardo moment. What can I say? Is rubbing off on me.
The master list just makes it easier because there's so many on Saturday nights and Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
I mean, we were.
Zach, it is really. I mean, look at that. We ran 17 races without even. I mean, Tom, you want a silver dime, Tom, or you want a bunch of stickers? Stickers, please. You got it. All righty, I'll take that off. Let's see. I can add. There's a few people I can add.
Tom said stickers, please.
Yep, got it.
Yeah. Next week, I'll have besides the silver round for the members, I have other stuff to give away. I've just been too lazy this week to get a. I can do a sticker pack, more silver, as soon as I can find it. It's here somewhere.
That's right, Bill. I had somebody donate a peace dollar for an upcoming giveaway, and I've got to find that now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but that's all right. I found my other silver, so I'll find this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you only found
misplaced
the other
some
stuff
silver.
because you were looking for something else.
Well, that's how it usually works with me. I'll forget where I placed 2 or 3 items, and I usually run across those when I'm looking for something else that I don't find.
The other day, Bill, I was looking for something. I found 4 things I was looking for that I grabbed and put aside. So I'm like, I've been looking for these. So let's get Luder 8 in here.
I was looking for something the other day. I'd been looking for the rain cover for my Vanquish 440, and I couldn't find it. So I moved a few things. Oh, well, there's the cover for the Vanquish. Now, where's whatever the hell else I was looking for? I couldn't find it.
So Greg, you've dove out of Zephyr Hills.
Come on. Come in, Cooter. It's okay. Come on, buddy. Come on, Cooter. Good boy.
You got a cat named Cooter?
Yep. Let's see. Cooter, Hobby, Shy, Kaiju, Kage, Storm, Rocket, Taiki, Seymour,
That's
Sheldon, Mags, Jackie. I think that's all of them.
It is, Greg. It's a lot less stress having all the names in the race pre-done. Yeah, you're gonna have a few more people that aren't there, but This way we don't have to worry about everybody going, I am. Did you miss me? Nope. It's all in there alphabetically, so it's easy to find, easy to see.
You know, Rob, but before on Sundays when you said you guys were going to run a race, as soon as you started showing the names on the list, I knew I had about 5 to 10 minutes of a break I could take from watching the show because it was all going to be am I in and checking for names that we know are there.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Jim. Jim Steele, you ought to get with Rob and you guys jump out of an airplane.
Don't worry, Jim. Don't worry, Jim. Just take Mary with you. If you're not going to jump, she'll just push you.
Yeah, Denise will do it in a heartbeat, Bill.
Yeah, I know.
PA, everybody ready for the eclipse. I got stocked up with water and food and earth cake preparedness. That's awesome. When is that? Day after tomorrow? 5th? When is that eclipse thing?
Thought it was like the 8th or the 12th. I have no clue. It doesn't make a difference to me. It's going to be just as bad as Y2K.
Monday, April 8th. You are absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, when you
Yeah.
when you did your stream tonight, do you go down to when you're filling in all your categories for the stream, do you go down to the show more and fill in the keywords?
No.
Yeah, you have to open those up. If you do that now, they have a new category you have to open up, and you have to tell them whether you're putting AI in your live streams. Now.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah, I'm not using AI, so.
Mystic says I'm old. This will be the 100th end of the world I've faced.
Only the 100th? What are you, like 10?
Yeah,
Yeah. Seems like every other day there was the end of the world scenario at one time.
Well, somebody was posting earlier, I actually think it was Mystics, said Taiwan just got hit by a huge earthquake.
Yeah.
There you go, Cass. Yeah, I'll tell you. I think the biggest nothing burger in the world was Y2K. I mean, they basically said, you know, that the first of 2000 was going to be the zombie apocalypse, and that next morning, and we'd all be back to, you know, sticks and stones and, you know, making fires in your backyard. And
That would have been.
Marty, your wife just got back.
I worked for 2 different outfits during that time, 2 pretty good sized outfits, and they were so worried about the computers crashing, they hired extra techs to come in and help with it. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Mystic says he remembers the Great Ice Age of the late 70s.
Where I lived, it was just the opposite. We had an ice age before the end of the 70s. By the end of the 70s, we never hardly saw snow again.
Holy shit! This earthquake that hit Taiwan was pretty bad.
Well, that one that hit Japan a while back, and it added like 600 miles of shoreline.
Look at that! Look at that, Bill.
Oh, damn!
At least it was during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty screwed.
That first building, look at that first building. How the hell is that thing even still standing?
Well, apparently they make pretty damn good buildings there in Taiwan.
Apparently so.
The foundations are a little questionable, but the building seems to be okay.
Yeah, the building's nice. Hey, right now you could probably rent a room there cheap.
That's right, Cass. Oh, Rob, every spring and fall for 2 weeks, Mom lives with her sister out there. She's 91. Well, there you go.
Dennis, KCMD, same at our place when I was a kid.
Earthquakes are never good, Mary. Never.
I watched the show when they were talking about the snow up to the second floor windows in the Northeast. That was an interesting show.
Yeah, I know we're at 11:59 for that world clock.
57 seconds.
Yeah, 57 seconds isn't good, guys.
Yeah, that's only 3 seconds left and it's over. That's all because of good old Putin.
It amazes me. I don't know if we should say this. It amazes me that nobody's taken that man out. I mean, they were able to get to Hitler.
Hey, they couldn't get to Stalin. And
No, but they
Uncle
did
Joe
that.
probably killed.
They did that from the inside.
Yeah, but you got to realize everybody's got to have an enemy. It's just like a what was it, Arab Spring over in the Middle East that Americans instigated so well. We took out all the crazy ass dictators, which we felt like was the right thing. And all that did was let those people go absolutely crazy because it takes a crazy ass dictator to keep them in line. Saddam insane.
They say you can go over to Russia still today and find older people, a lot of older people that thought Uncle Joe is just the best thing in the world. It's like, what do you mean he killed more young people than Hitler did during the war? Come on.
Oh, you're talking about Stalin?
Yeah, Stalin. They called him Uncle Joe.
Yeah,
Scott, I'm not a prepper, Scott McClory, but I used to watch Doomsday Preppers, and I used to like it, and I'm amazed that show was still off. That show had a huge following.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. There were people that spent a crap load of money doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, good evening, Detecting with Jim. Welcome.
Well, what I always loved about that show is they'd sit there and show stuff on TV, like these one good old boys there, and they got a whole box of hand grenades behind them, which is illegal in every state in the country. It's like,
I'd say so.
I wonder how long they kept those after the show aired.
Mystic says, living in Florida, you need to prep a little. Well, Denise and I got the generator, which has come in handy the last 2 hurricanes. I was able to keep our refrigerator going, keep the neighbor's refrigerator going, kept my coffee pot going, and
I'll bet you bought that just for the coffee pot, didn't you?
Well, I'll tell you something that was funny, Zach. When we plugged in the living room to get light in the living room, and when we put power to the living room, and the TV came on, even though power was out, we still had cable. So when we plugged it into the generator, we can sit here with the generator and watch cable. Wow. Underground bunker. Cass, there was a house I metal detected. When the guy bought it, there's a bunker there. It's not underground, it's above ground. And we didn't ask him permission to his backyard, but he told us that was a Cuban Missile Crisis Cold War bunker. And I went back to his house like 6-8 months later because he's like an hour and a half away. Next time I was in that town, I stopped there to ask him if I could film the bunker for a YouTube video. And he was not home. I talked to one of the neighbors, and they said he was in the hospital. But the next time I'm down in that town, it's down around Tom Kingery or Tom Riley's evening. Good evening, Tom Kingery. I'm going to ask if I can film that bunker.
Yeah, I looked at that house back home for sale one time. That the guy had passed, and had no kids or anything, but his family cleaned the place out and went to sell it. And they didn't know when they got the yard cleaned up, they found a Cold War bunker that the guy had built and stocked. So I went over on a showing and go in there, and you go down. They left everything in the bunker. I was cracking up, spam, that kind of stuff. But in this day and age, that wouldn't do you any good because they didn't have air filtration or anything like that in the bunkers. So, but it make a neat man cave.
Air infiltrations. Do you know that Teslas are all made with hospital grade HEPA filters that you could actually drive through a zombie apocalypse? See, I can't. Gene, we're sitting here with air conditioning on, and because it's so humid here, and you guys are talking about getting snow. That just blows my mind. Excuse me, Bill. I need another cup of coffee.
Oh, here, Rob.
I wonder how big Rob's coffee pot is.
That's industrial, 200 cups.
It's got to be.
Sterling Augustine, hello.
Hello, Sterling.
And if he keeps drinking more, I think Denise just get an IV hooked up to him.
Jim Steele says his heater's still running. I heard that too, PA.
Yeah, Georgianne, we had it quite a few times here, but luckily they lifted it. So
I was watching one cool old show that was showing this town's tornado warning system or whatever, their tornado siren. And basically they got the biggest, most powerful engine they could, which at the time was a Hemi V8, and had it hooked to this tornado siren, and it was all open header. And they were going over the thing of it, and the guy made a comment. He says, "Oh man, can you imagine that Hemi V8 running open header like that?" He says, "Oh, you should have heard the siren." No, because they would just it would start up and instantly go to full throttle, and then it would pulse between like 3,500 and 5,000 or something like that until it was told to turn off. It was pretty neat.
yeah, our air raid siren back home, it was dormant for many years. Still worked. They just, because they used to at noon every day set it off, and they did it for years. Well, I can't remember what was happening downtown. They had some kind of thing going on, all these new people, and all of a sudden some idiot decided to hit the button at noon that hadn't been hit in 20 years. Scared the living crap out of a whole. I mean, people were scattered, and it's going until the cop came out and hey, it's okay, it's just a test.
We just wanted to see if you guys were awake.
Because I remember as a kid growing up, and even up into my 40s or 30s, I'd hear that every day at noon.
Oh,
David
no,
Murray.
You grew up in California, didn't you?
Yeah. And every day at noon, it was an air raid siren.
Yeah, you said air raid.
In World War II. But every day at noon, they would just set it off for years. Oh, yeah. I remember that, Scott. The ICBMs were headed for Hawaii. Yeah.
Oh, that Hemi-powered air raid siren was actually a thing that Chrysler developed.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna link it in chat here. Chrysler made them and sold them to lots of people, so a lot of towns must have had that Hemi air siren.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a Hemi V8 that made 180 horsepower, and the picture of the thing just looks wicked.
Oh, that is wicked looking.
It lists all the city that bought one. bottom too.
Wow.
Seattle, Washington still has 2 of them installed. Rockford, Illinois has 1 in private possession. Rochester, New York still has 1 installed.
Los Angeles still has a few installed.
Yeah. And they're operated once a year.
Jackson, Michigan, removed and replaced with a Thunderbolt in 1982. Huh.
A Thunderbolt's a different style of air siren.
Yep.
Detroit, Michigan had 20 of them at $5,500 a piece in those days' monies, basically $62,000 today's cash. Interesting.
Yeah. Good night, Brian. But, I remember I always liked ours over City Hall because it was the one that had 3 horns off of it.
What town were you in?
Grass Valley. 70 miles north of Sacramento.
Yeah. Yeah, it was neat to see the write-up on one.
Oh, Gene Diggs, you lived in Sac for 3 years after. Good night, Ray. Thank you. Bye. Yeah, Sacramento I didn't care for, just too big a city. Plus, when I used to go down there when I was younger and I went back and they changed all the metropolitan downtown to one-way streets. It was just like trying not to turn down the wrong way on a one-way street that used to be a two-way street.
What year did you graduate high school, Bill?
73.
So you were born in what, 52 or 55?
55.
Oh.
Excuse me, 56. I graduated early. I had enough credits to graduate and they didn't want me around anymore. So.
There you go.
He could be washing Denise's back. Who knows? Yeah, Cass, I'm an old fart.
Gene Diggs history went to school with Mark TBH. No, Mary, they're talking about 1973. And don't lie, you were alive in 1873. We heard you that one night.
Oh, you went to high school with Mark the Brick Hunter? My condolences, Gene. Greg O'Diver, you too, huh? $1984 for Sheldon.
There's finally someone who graduated after I was born. Two people graduated.
Yeah, sure,
after I was born.
Mike Robertson, I was born in 1876. Okay.
Mary, you can try and change that 8 to a 9 all you want. We heard you. It's 1869. We all remember.
Mary, you
You're
weren't born, you're
pretty
found
crazy.
under a rock.
Do what?
Mary wasn't born. She was found under a rock like a bug. And parents turned the rock over, and there she was.
A little bit of nuclear waste morphed into a person.
Yeah, I did the military, which wasn't for me. I did a little college, which wasn't for me. Greg, just after high school, I was pretty much done with people telling me what to do. I realized that. No, I don't want to do this.
I've only ever worked for one corporation, in like a corporate environment. They really like that.
Well, I discovered if you can go into a big place in your line of work and be better than everybody else and show them things they don't know, you usually can get away without being told what to do. So,
Oh, I've done that everywhere I've been. I just
yeah.
all the rules. It's like if I go out to the mine and work on one of the contractor vehicles or something like that out at the mine.
Yeah.
The last time I was there, these guys set me up on their truck and they ran away. We're gonna go get some breakfast. If anybody gives you a problem, give us a call. So they showed me the truck and took off. Because as it turns out, I wasn't allowed to be working there at all. Doesn't matter what licenses you have. You're without the proper channels being followed. I wasn't allowed to work out there at all. So they just set me up and ran away and hoped I didn't get caught.
Shit. Well, I went to
Hey,
work.
good evening, Mike Robertson.
Work on some dump trucks for a guy that had a wood business one time. And he's a friend of mine. I said, "You got a mechanic?" He goes, "I don't know what's going on, but the stuff's not getting finished." So I go over and here's this International sitting there. And the guy put all new brake shoes all the way around on. It's an older, it was a 65 International, 1.5 ton dump. And I get in, I hit the pedal for the brakes, didn't move. Go out and pull the cap off the master, full of liquid, get down, take the front wheel off, drum, shoes move, but the pistons aren't coming out of the cylinder. He didn't rebuild them. He just slapped on new shoes. When I took the brake pad shoes off, I had to actually knock everything out with a hammer and a punch. They were just frozen up in there. He hadn't checked any of that. It's like, where did you get this guy?
I wouldn't have had fun back in those days. Everything was so hokey and cheap and crappy.
Depending, yeah. And other things were good. Actually, most of the good car companies died because you didn't have to repair them, so they went by the wayside. Company like DeSoto, their cars are like the new ones. They go 15, 20 years without breaking down. Well, nobody was buying them. They didn't want to replace them. They had a good car back then. So.
Oh, Jim, she's fast asleep, buddy. It's 10:30. She had a long day at work today. She's fast asleep. Thank you, Cass. Yeah,
She
Mike,
had a long day.
you're right in the middle of Win Central there, Mike.
Hey, Rob, how often does Denise have to come out and yell at you to shut up when you're laughing?
Oh, at least 2 or 3 times their stream.
On Saturdays? Or Friday or Tuesdays?
See, because we have these cool clips that she bought on Amazon that go wrap around the doorknob, and it's made of like a vinyl. And
Good night,
and
Bataro.
around, and it hooks into the hole for your doorknob, and it leaves the door open this much so the cats can go in and out.
Yeah.
The problem is it also allows the sound to go in and out.
Shut up!
I've heard that several times.
Never too much coffee, Mary.
Or keep it down. That's another one.
Sometimes I'll get a text message.
Yeah. I remember one night she really got mad at him, and he was talking like this the rest of the night. You couldn't hardly. You get away with so much with her, Rob. It's amazing.
It's the cute face, Bill. Yeah, Torchy, somewhere in the house there's glue. I'd have to go find it. That'll put me right to sleep, coffee and Kahlua. When we'd go on the cruise line at dinner, I'd always ask him for one of those little half-pint things of milk, and we'd buy a bottle of Kahlua on the ship and take it back to the room, and I'd always make myself a little Kahlua and cream at night before I went to bed on the cruise. Wow, Greg. Yeah, I stopped before calculus. Calculus was not my cup of tea.
Playing whack-a-beetle on the back porch. Oh, what is it? Oh, California, you get June bugs after a good rain. They'll come out by the thousands sometimes.
Jeffrey's here tonight. Hello, Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeff.
Blue and Bailey sounds good. Yes, it does. Awesome, Sheldon.
Well, excuse me. I thought you were peeing. No, I was pouring coffee, Georgia. But I had a house out there.
I took geometry in the 9th grade, and I didn't do too well.
I was out in the country after a good rainstorm one time in my house. Had the cats, and the cats went back to the sliding glass doors. I had the shades pulled so I couldn't see what was going on, but they're trying to go nuts to get out. It's late at night, so I turned the porch light on. I pulled the shades back, and I had thousands of June bugs all over the sliding glass doors, all over the back porch. I'm looking at the cats, go, nope, ain't opening these doors, guys. Sorry.
Why? They'd have a ball.
Oh yeah. Open that and a lot of crap in the house now.
I was standing on my front lawn the other day. I think yesterday or the day before. I watched my cat. My cat was out there hunting birds because we have birds back now. Just little sparrows or whatever. And she was out there hunting birds, and she realized one was standing on the wall behind her. So she flipped around real quick and got up there. She had the bird and even it looked like she had a piece in her mouth, but it was just the immediate struggle. The bird got away from her. Barely.
Used to have this one cat at the same place because people drop strays off in my yard. Well, you got 6 acres and you got moles and rats and stuff like that. You just keep the cat, So used to have this one that got up in the backyard, and he would sit there. There was gopher holes. And he'd sit at one all day, and all of a sudden you see him just get up, jet down about 40, 50 feet away to another one, reach down in and pull out a gopher. How he could figure out where they were at, looking in one hole and listening which hole to run to get them, I don't know, but he would do it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you ever saw the old cartoons where the gophers are underground and like the vegetables are being pulled straight into the ground. That actually happens. What do you mean you got no gators, no snakes, no sinkholes or hurricanes? You got plenty of those, Rob. Oh, and no bugs either. Oh yeah, okay. Florida doesn't get they don't get regular mosquitoes. They get like these 4-inch long killer mosquitoes. Just remember, any bug that you think is big in any other state is 4 to 5 times the size in Florida. They love the heat and the humidity.
And our cockroaches down here fly.
Yes, they do. And they're like 5 to 6 inches long, too. Those suckers are huge.
I am lying through my teeth. I'm good at it.
And then also you got the iguanas that people let loose. So those are all over the place. What else, Rob, that's not native that showed up?
Well, we're too far north to have the giant lizards that fall out of the tree when they get cold. That's further down towards Miami, along with the pineapples. Or I mean the coconuts. We don't have coconuts on our trees. It's even though you think it's hot down here in Tampa Bay area, you got to go down to Miami and Keys to get the coconuts on the trees.
There's a girl that kills those for a living, and she has it on their YouTube channel. Can't think of her name.
Yeah, Gene, we don't. Our fire ants down here are bad too.
Oh God, yeah. Everything's bad down there when it comes to ants and animals.
Uh-oh, Dennis says his gummy's kicking in.
Sure.
Have a good night, Dennis.
Good night, Dennis.
Cass, we have a lot of crazy down here. Finding goodies too.
Yep.
Good Eve.
Hi, finding goodies too.
Yeah, I don't like the fire ants. I don't like the horse flies. And Denise,
Yeah, the horse flies can carry your cats
if
off.
Denise goes outside anywhere near sunset, she is just a mosquito magnet.
Oh, yuck.
Nah, you're never
And
right.
yes, they used the Florida mosquitoes during World War II as bombers. That's how big they are.
You know, Zaxton's on the phone right now, Bill. With him having his 24-hour service business, he has got to get tired.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Ticks are bad, but what I hate is mites. Chiggers, we call them here.
I don't
Those
know,
things
Greg. I
really
don't know
suck.
what type of blood she. I have to check her license, see what her blood type is.
The meth gators and cocaine bears.
Bart, we don't. The ticks aren't too bad in the area I'm at here. We don't do too bad with ticks here.
It's the ticks back west with the Lyme's disease. Those are the ones you got to worry about. The ones here will make you allergic to beef.
Got lots of meth gators. As a matter of fact, that short I did on that house they tore down the street, from what I understand, was it was a rental house. It'd been a rental house for years, and there'd been these. I mean, it was always like a half a dozen druggies living in this rental house. Apparently, they found traces of fentanyl, Bill, and they couldn't eradicate the fentanyl, and they wound up actually having to. They actually condemned and tore down the house.
Wow. And the Canadian geese.
We used to get Canadian geese up on the golf course in Kansas City when I played golf at my sister's golf course up in Kansas City. In the winter, in the fall, they always had all the Canadian geese on the golf course. Yeah, no shit, Mary. No shit at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's knock on wood here for the car right now, Bill. Next month will be a year for the Mercedes.
Awesome, Rob. You got a great deal on that.
At a freaking phenomenal deal. I was due a good one. I was due for that one.
Marty got chiggers a few years back playing knee pit. I got them all down my legs. Plus, Marty.
Mary, when Kimberly comes over here, Kimberly, the Sunshine State Detectors, her and Pat went out detecting today. I was asking Pat how they did, but he didn't answer. When she comes over to this side and stays here with Denise and I, she hates the freaking traffic on our side of the state here. But that's okay, because I think the traffic on her side of the state sucks too. But US 19 is our main highway here. They call it useless 19.
Interesting name.
Yeah, we got the monkey colonies too. Every now and then we got them on the news. Thanks, Finding Goodies too.
Thank you.
I think I left a thumbs up. Yes, I did.
Oh. Good night, Dawn. Thanks for being here. Yeah, we're going to shut this down in a few minutes.
7 thumbs up, Bill. Nice.
Nice. Thank you all.
Take care, Don. Oh, he's at a hotel tonight. Yeah, Mary, there's when we were coming back from the Daytona trip, Mary, we were leaving the hotel in Orlando there at Disney. And as soon as we got on I-4 going westbound, I should have taken the back roads. As soon as we got on I-4, it was a freaking parking lot. Disney's, I'm about 2 hours and 15 minutes from Disney. It took us almost 5 hours to get home that day. Yeah, Mystic says I-4. He's got Malfunction Junction over there. Old Paylon, have a good night, sir.
Good night, old Paylon.
Yeah, the
Good night, Zed.
Ticks love the dogs. It's either New Jersey or really old people driving here. Yeah, you can just about see tags from every state here, Bill.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love every time I see Zaxxon's Dobie go walking by. We've had 5 of them, Bill. Best dog in the world. I know, Bill, I'm getting that way too, buddy. I know it's 10 till, but I'm thinking about calling it because I'm not feeling too good.
Yeah, let's call it. It's getting late.
Yeah, my stomach's acting up, guys.
Everybody.
I'm gonna go relax. Mr. Bill, thanks for having me up tonight.
Thanks for being here, Rob. Thanks for the donation to the race.
Yeah,
Thank
I'll
you
get
very
Tom
much.
Riley the stickers. I'll get him his stickers mailed out.
I'll see
All
you
right,
tomorrow
good
night.
See you in Zoom. Oh yeah, folks, we have Zoom tomorrow night. Anybody wants to come into Zoom, go to Park Rat Pat's page. He's got the Zoom number on there. We're in Zoom tomorrow night from 7 to 11. We'll see you good people there.
Yep. Good night, everybody. Good night, Zach.